And so we're not waiting till it's 2 p.m., even though Good Afternoon Ghana is just around the corner, but we're back. This time I'm on.
And this is a special coverage of the demonstration. This is day 2 of the Arise Ghana demonstration. We are told the demonstrators are massing up at their venue and they're marching straight to the Jubilee House. We have a man on the ground, Henry Kwesi-Bedu, who will be bringing us a situational report on what is happening at the moment. And
we can actually cross to him.
Right.
Henry is standing by. Let's see. Okay, so in your shot, some scenes. Okay, Henry is there. So Henry, come through. What's going on? We see that you're getting closer to the Flagstaff House. Jubilee House, they say.
All right. Hello, Annie and Ken. You're welcome to our live coverage, as you said, of day 2 of the Arise Ghana demonstration. As I speak to you now, we are very close to Christ the King. The demonstrators have now halted their march. I don't know why. The policemen have also halted. But we'll go to them. I wanted you to have a long shot of what it looks like here. There are a lot of vehicles behind us. I'll take you through. These are some of the leading police officers who are leading us. This is the front line of police officers who are leading the demonstrators. There are thousands of, that is the demonstrators behind us. There are more than 500 police officers who are also here now with their water cannons. These are some of the equipment that suffered heavy pelting of stones yesterday. So here are the demonstrators. In front of them are their own security detail. So they have their own private security men, as you saw yesterday with them. You could see Sami Jemfi on one of the vehicles that is giving them the music. These are some of the demonstrators. You can see them. They've been marching. They've done it really, really slow. I'm hoping that in the next 20 minutes, we'll get, or maybe in the next 5 or 10 minutes, we'll get to the frontage of the Jubilee House. Boss, you are welcome to Metro TV once again.
Oh, I'm always welcome because the Metro TV is stating that everybody would like to appear. So I'm from Volta region, Whole West, precisely.
Okay. Are you now happy? Since yesterday and this morning, you've been complaining that the police hasn't been fair with you guys and they've not given you the opportunity to protest. Today you are doing it and now you're on a march. Are you happy with that?
Yes, I can be bold and tell you that. Even look at the quality of the police that they brought. Even if they have negative amount of them, it's okay. This is what we want. It is my constitutional mandate to demonstrate. So this is what we want. As the police are not doing anything stupid, we are also not doing anything. You understand me? The police are not doing anything. We are also not doing anything. But if the police started, I also have to defend myself because I am armless. I don't have a gun. I don't have a cutlass. I don't have anything to defend myself. But police to be in the police car throwing the stone, that one will tell you that you also have to do something. So you can see everybody is working very nicely. The police are also, they are doing their work. We let them know that when we see somebody, we identify the person. The person will wear the earring because I have never witnessed any policeman who have the beard. If I see somebody like that, I will let them arrest the person.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That is one of the demonstrators. I have with me Mr. David Akando. We are live.
Oh, I'm Joshua Akamba.
You are Joshua. Sorry, Joshua Akamba. Sorry,
Akamba.
Joshua Akamba. Sorry about that. You are live on Metro TV. Sorry for that again. Let's speak to you briefly. The demonstration has started. You are marching. The Jubilee House that was most dreaded by the police, that they will not allow you use that stretch. You are going to use it today. What do you have to say?
You see, they are a bunch of confused people. You see that they are a bunch of confused people. That they did this, they wanted to achieve something. That's why they did it. So you see that they are a bunch of confused people, being controlled by the devil himself, Akufo-Addo. Because what is that? Today we will go there, there won't be any problem. So why did they do what they did? So it means that most of the police people who did that must be fished out, arrested, and tried. Because they caused a commotion in this country yesterday. Why? Why in the first place? Today we are using them, we are going there. What is going to happen? What would have happened?
All right, sure. But are you happy that you are marching now?
No, I'm not happy.
Okay.
Because colleagues of ours have been detained by the police. And the lawyers are there, and they are being refused, denied access.
Okay.
You know. So
Sure. Thank you very much. That was Joshua Kando we just spoke to. Sami Jemfi and his team around. Let's speak to you. Boss, what's your name and where are you coming from?
My name is Nana Sarbidiakon, popularly known as Obama. Okay. I'm coming from the Ashanti region, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you happy? Yesterday, were you at?
Yes, please. I was here yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
And today you've been given the opportunity for you to march. Are you excited about that?
Very excited. Very excited. You can see with all indications that today the police officers are doing their work. Yesterday there was order from above, and therefore we think that today things are in order. The number of people that are coming today tells you that yesterday there was some power from somewhere. That was why the program was distracted. But today we are happy. We are happy that we are marching peacefully, and we are doing this because we think Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is not doing the best for Ghanaians, and therefore we would like to also tell him that all that he's doing that we are not happy, he should stop it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So that was a former MC we just spoke to. He says he came in from the Ashanti region. I'll briefly get a word from Sami Jemfi before we move on. Sami Jemfi, yesterday the police didn't allow you to use the Jubilee House Church. We are about, I think, a minute away from there. What do you have to say to that?
It's victory for the people of Ghana. That's all.
All right, so Sami Jemfi says he's not going to say much. He says it is victory for the people of Ghana. Let me speak to one of the gentlemen in the front line. Boss, you're welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you.
All right, sure. How do you feel now?
Oh, I'm okay. All of us are happy, and I'm happy myself that today we have started the journey successfully with police and all of us. You can see all of us are happy. We are chatting together and we are moving. Currently, we are at the Jubilee House.
Okay.
And very soon, we will be moving from the Jubilee House to the Ministry of Finance. Okay. Then we'll end up at Parliament. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. But Annie and Ken, I would let our viewers see where we are now. We are at the intersection to the Jubilee House. The demonstrators are behind us. And this is a barricade. I'll show you where we are. This is under the traffic light. The curve that leads to Christ the King School. You could see the police officers who have barricaded. They've completely blocked one section of the road. And that is the Jubilee House behind you. Yesterday, the demonstrators or the protesters were not allowed to use the Jubilee House, they use the stretch of the road. But today, they will be using this intersection close to Akweje, and they will be moving through to the Ministry of Finance. They will move to Parliament, where some speeches will be delivered by the leadership of the group. So I can tell you that heavy police presence here who are ensuring. You could see the Director General of Public Affairs for the Ghana Police Service. Mr. Kwesi Fori is here on the scene ensuring that everything is done smoothly. He has indicated to us that he wouldn't want to speak to us, but they are here in their numbers. I can tell you that the top hierarchy of policemen are here. So this is a section. There's a blockade here. And you could see that the police officers. Yes, Sami Jemfi is speaking now. We'll move and listen to what he is telling. The demonstrators. I can hear him say that, advising the protesters not to sit down, advising the protesters not to block the road. He is saying that when they get here, they should just use 10 left and move towards the Akweje interchange. So that is what is happening now. Here, these are live scenes from close to the Independence Square. So I have with me one of the protesters here who will be speaking to briefly. Boss, what's your name?
My name is Joshua Fuga.
Okay.
I'm coming all the way from Ashanti region.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you can,
former SRC president for KNUST.
that's my junior
Wow,
brother.
okay.
He's Caleb Fuga, I'm Joshua Fuga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's your junior brother.
He's my junior brother,
Oh, okay.
actually.
Okay.
We came here yesterday,
Okay.
and then, as you saw, the police were very chaotic towards us, and it was quite an unfortunate incident. Yesterday, I got hit by one of the rubber bullets.
Okay.
Yeah, but by God's grace, I'm doing well.
Okay.
Today, as you can witness yourself, it has been a peaceful coexistence with the police. We are currently in front of the Flagstaff House. We have agreed with the police to use the left of the High Street towards the Parliamentary House. So it's been a fruitful meeting. What we are saying is that we are demonstrating against the high inflation rates. We are demonstrating against corruption. We are demonstrating against insecurity. We are demonstrating against the blatant thievery that is currently going on in this our country. It is very important for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to note that demonstration is part of our civic responsibility as captured in the Constitution. So whoever will tell us that whatever we are doing is unconstitutional will be misleading the ordinary Ghanaian. Today, as you can rightly see, we are not holding guns, we are not holding stones. What we are doing, we have a petition to be given to the government at the end of the day. So my brother, it has been a fruitful meeting. At the end of the day, we are expecting the government to cut down with reckless expenditures. And then, yes, reckless expenditures.
You know, the director of communications for the NDC, Sami Jemfi, just announced minutes before we started the work that he's picked up information that government has reduced fuel by 7%. Are you not happy that probably your demonstration is having some impact because government has listened to you and they reduced fuel by 7%?
Yes, so as we rightly said, the only language that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo understands is to demonstrate against him. So therefore, what would happen yesterday actually led to a reduction of fuel prices. So we are going to use the same medium to stop the Ejaboni deal. We are going to use the same medium to fight against the high inflation rate. Today, the cedi depreciation is unprecedented. Today, when you talk about corruption, and we are going to use the same medium to fight against using state money to fund the National Cathedral, which is without a parliamentary approval. So as you rightly said, it is very true that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo understands the demonstration. That's the only language he understands. You remember, before he became president, he organized 130 demonstrations before he became president. So he knows the impact of a demonstration when the people begin to speak, when the people begin to tell him the truth. So therefore, we thank you all for being around. We are so much grateful.
All right. Thank you very much. That is one person we just spoke to. He's a member, or he's a member of the group. So as you can see, I'll let my camera person, this is the frontage of the Jubilee House. If you know where we are talking about from the people who are watching, this is the frontage of the Jubilee House. And right in front of the Jubilee House, water cannons, heavy police presence here. And they are ensuring that the protesters don't break the human barricade that has been mounted here by the police officers. You could see in their hands some of the equipment. I don't know what it is. Some of them may be tear gas equipment or rubber bullets and all of that. That is what they are holding here. But I can tell you that one stretch of the Jubilee House Street has been blocked completely to ensure that the demonstrators use this stretch. But they are walking really slow. We are hoping that they end the demonstration by 5 p.m. as they've said. But the police is here in their numbers to ensure that the protesters don't break the human barricade. I have one of the protesters here with me. I would want to speak to briefly. Boss, you're welcome to Metro TV. What's your name and where did you come from?
My name is Yusuf, but sorry I cannot talk to you.
All right, sure. He says he doesn't want to speak to you. So you could see people who say, let me speak to this gentleman who is here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Ebenezer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tashila Jokuku constituency.
Okay. Let's move, just because they are coming. Why have you joined this demonstration in the first place?
I've joined this demonstration because of the hardship in the country. Yes, because of the hardship in the country.
Okay. All right. Were you at the the Kwame Nkrumah circle yesterday?
Yes, I was there yesterday. I saw the incident that occurred yesterday. I saw everything. I was standing right there when the thing started, throwing of the tear gas before the demonstrators started also throwing the stones. So I was there yesterday in our numbers.
All right. But are you excited that today you've been given opportunity to march?
Yeah, I was. Because I knew today the demonstration it will happen. So I fully prepared before coming here.
You prepared us in what? I don't know.
I prepare in spiritual and physical everything.
Did you pray to God?
Yeah. Before I sat in the car, I even prayed to God that what happened yesterday shouldn't happen again.
All right, sure. Okay, thank you very much. I would want to do a gender balance thing here. What's your name?
My name is Ngbaji Elizabeth Anon, your Dodo constituency.
Okay. Now,
will be a school ya ne education ne fit ever sa no ni jeno be ane na do dan kwa take waka yo for eyin eska here fe democracy be no won kan na do dan kwa ke bo na ngo ni bia no won pele fai jano ye fo no won pa na do dan kwa fai na je ka jane ka ma jani bi nam ne awo fe free Ghana fe free no ko dem democracy bia na democracy be do no wa wan banku e bara wan banku e na do e obilayo na do obilayo na do e obilayo wonjoshe wan bola wan wache wan wele wan tilapia ene wan bakue na do e obilayo.
Okay, Ken and Annie, if you ask me to explain what they said in Ghana, I'll find it really difficult. But I heard them say that things, there's been hikes in the prices of foodstuff, petrol, and all of that. That is what is happening. But what is happening behind us is that they are playing some patriotic songs. Sami Jemfi together with his men are leading the demonstrators there. Let me listen to this gentleman who says he would want to speak in his local parlance, the Igbe language.
Mimna inde gaji kakena de kamechi yimo egba yova egami me ko ga jebe ko to ko manjo kila di sabi security man me live feel like me jin ko na 500 le kama what vinyama amadan vinyama ton le kama wa fi apo ogbo na do mata wo dollar na di
So we'll speak to one gentleman. I can confirm that some workers, some presidential staffers and some workers from the Jubilee House are looking at what is happening on the street. Let's listen to you. Where are you from? And why are you so agitated?
I'm from Santa Maria.
Yes. Let's don't hold
I'm Santa Maria. And I'm about a demonstration. Me brawa mayu hano. Me brawa mayu. Samia uku is a small boy on your Jumada.
No, please, we can. No, if you will speak, are you listening to what I'm saying? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Please listen to what I'm saying. Please listen to what I'm saying. Are you listening to what I'm saying? If you will not listen to what I'm saying, I will not let you speak. We are live on TV and people are watching us. I don't want you to be demeaning people's images on the screen. So speak your mind.
Yeah, I'm the taxi driver. Me top fuel 55 cedis. Number 2.5. Number 200 Ghana cedis. Me kwaya na me buy. Me brawa mamia. Brother ya nam sunya ya theaters. Ya bibia but woman boy. I'm out for bread. And to person ya jua near Copa Coroniana. I know me to taxi ma. Taxi and ya tunnel. Ya 120 million. And now 400 million. Nipanita. No, the amount we can pay 800 million. The band about 800 million. Na taxi na ba yaudia enti daba funi ya brewo Ghana bebre wan kwati kurawu.
Thank you very much. I think he's heated up too much and I will not allow him to continue. But what he's saying is that there is hardship in the country. He's a taxi driver. Daily he buys full of about 250 cedis and he makes sales of about 200 cedis, which means that he runs at a loss. Let me speak to this gentleman who is also here. We are still on the Jubilee House stretch and we are moving towards the Akwaje interchange. Boss, you're welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you very much.
What's your name and where did you come from?
My name is Ali Aminu Sandugo. I'm coming all the way from Boku. Yes, I'm here because I came here to to make sure that I also came to express my dissatisfaction about this government.
What are you dissatisfied about?
There are so many things happening in this country which they say we shouldn't speak about. In this country, we cannot buy fuel, we cannot buy food. When health insurance, they've collapsed health insurance, it has now become necessary that we come out to demonstrate against the incompetent Akufo-Addo. We are here. I'm happy I saw people here without knowing their names, without knowing their political party, without knowing their ethnic groups. They are here together to all express their dissatisfaction about this government. Okay. It is high time we tell them the truth. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me speak to this old lady here. Mami, but your friend saying what do you say?
76.
Your friend saying?
A friend Kwale 40.
Okay. But what your constituency ben?
Me feel about it.
Okay. Now, I didn't know what joining the demonstration.
No more shany. After papa ni dada. I come out do. Want to be into a pipe. Want to be into a light. Want to be into a glass. Want to be into Tina want to be into Baby light. Want to be into a quarter of course 3 months or about 3 months. Walk it out for all in P. Oh, come out do. Standing there. Did about 200. Me doing talk. Walk with a traffic. Walk on it. Kolebu. Walk by Jai. I do on Upa. I come out the war. Who cry minimum. Mammy, why say the poor? Who to be mammy? On to Anika. Or quite to my own to Anika. I day. Mukwa. No before for Waba. Never more scout on the.
Thank you very much. That was one of the women, the old people. There's an association, a lot of old persons have joined the demonstration. This young man says he doesn't want to speak to us. Let me speak to another man here. He is, so you could see, this is where we are now. We are close to, this is the government apartment bungalows by on a stretch close to Akweje. That is where we are headed now. The police officers are leading the demonstrators. We've been told that we are going to the finance ministry and we will later end up at the Parliament House where a petition will be presented to the leadership of Parliament. So one section of the route has been blocked totally, so we are just walking on that stretch. Sami Jemfi and his men are behind us and they are, chanting war songs and all of that, singing some patriotic songs. That is what is happening today. A lot of the protesters are very happy that the demonstration has come up. Okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that we are not kids anymore. We can't. It's high time. The president and his officials realize that it is not every Ghanaian that remains illiterate. We go to school to learn so that we get to know and understand more about what is going on in the country. Now we know and we know better. We know that all he says is a lie. When you are corrupt, when you are incompetent, then you don't blame the Russia-Ukraine war because the corruption started when there wasn't any war in Ukraine or Russia. You should not blame the Russia-Ukraine war when you cannot put jobs into the country for the youth, some of us, to get our daily bread. He should do the right thing, or else he should better resign and leave the power for someone who is competent to come and do the work for us. Because we have come to realize that he's incompetent. Look, there's one thing that bothers my mind every day, that you will go to school, your colleagues that have not even been to school, at the end of the day, they are better than you. What is the essence of we wasting our money and time in school? Instead of, we should have, like, by then we would have even be able to put something together for ourselves. So if you are incompetent, corrupt, and inhuman president, get down, resign, and leave the power for us. Yes, that's what I want to say. That's what I want to say.
Right. Thank you very much. So there is another person who says that he thinks that there is a lot of corruption happening in the country, and the presidency, there is no work, there is increment of fuel and all of that. You know that is the background to this demonstration. The demonstrators are protesting against hardship and the increment of fuel. The government has blamed that on the Russian war that is happening. But the members of the Arise Ghana group thinks that something could be done, especially when you look at the increment of fuel. They think that the sanitation levy that has been placed on as part of the fuel price build-up should be removed. They also think that the special petroleum tax should be removed. That they think that it has outlived its usefulness because the special petroleum tax, which was introduced in 2015, was introduced at a time where a barrel of crude oil was $50, and now a barrel is over $100. So they don't see the need why there should be the special petroleum tax. So we've now left the frontage of the Independence Square and we are heading towards the Akwaje interchange through to the Ministry of Finance. Then we'll end up at the Parliament House where some leadership of the group will be issuing press statements, and also that they will deliver a petition to the leadership of who also have come from the Ada Songo area. You know the issues with this area. The company known as Electrochem, they think that there's been some of the stuff that has been done there that is not favoring the residents in the area. So we are moving. Viewers can enjoy the sights and sounds of the demonstration as we come back later to continue with the commentary here. I'm Henry Kwesi Bedu.
Alright, welcome back, Ken.
This is an extended version of Good Afternoon Ghana, where we are bringing you up to speed with events happening on the grounds of the Arise Ghana demonstration. It's day 2 of the demonstration. It has been relatively peaceful today compared to yesterday, but we are picking indication that one person has been arrested for possessing a sidearm at the Arise Ghana demonstration. Annie,
yeah.
Compared to yesterday, it looks like today has been relatively peaceful, as I indicated earlier.
Indeed. I mean, but today I said Kromajokaka. So we're bringing you some more, bites. Let's go back to Henry, who seemed to be engaging Bernard Mona now.
What do you have to say to this?
I told you that we are a peaceful people, and that if the police did not conduct themselves unprofessionally, if they did not allow the violent nature of President Akufo-Addo to affect them yesterday, and they conducted themselves professionally, we will not have these difficulties that we face that dented our democracy. But you see, today when we asked the police and they said they were going to behave professionally, it ended up that we are going to ensure that everything went on well. And I promise you that we will take control of the movement. When we got there, it was not the police that was guiding us. We allowed one of our own to be on the track to give instructions as to where we are to pass, because this is the route we have agreed. We said we are not going to sit around the Flagstaff House, and we did not sit. Is this not beautiful? So tell the police that they should stop taking instructions from Akufo-Addo. He's a violent man.
Do you think they had any reason why they didn't allow you to come to the Jubilee House yesterday?
I don't know. Ask them. I don't know.
They said they picked up intelligence that maybe something chaotic could have happened.
So they decided to bring the chaos to where we didn't move, and they decided to visit us with chaos. Simply, Akufo-Addo is a violent person.
Are you sure we'll end the demonstration before 5 p.m.?
We are working. Anytime we finish, that will be fine.
Thank you very much. But Annie and Ken, I have one of the gentlemen who was arrested yesterday. I'll speak to him. He is a leading member of the Fix the Country group, but he decided to join this demonstration. When were you released?
I don't want to talk about now, but what I want to say to Ghanaians is, Martin Luther King once said, our life ends when we remain silent to things that really matters to us as a people. Arise Ghana youth. Arise Ghana youth. The intimidation is deliberate. Whatever they are doing it deliberate to make sure that Ghanaians will have fear in them so that they will continue going through whatever they need to go through. Ghana is really going down on the drain. Ghana is indeed going down the drain. They are aware of it because when Ghanaians speak, they hear it. When Ghanaians are talking, they hear it. And they know what they need to do to make sure that this fear, this frustration, this hard times Ghanaians are going through, they can do to make a change. But deliberately, they've made their mind not to do nothing about it. But what they will do is to intimidate some people whom have been known on the media or that have been known to be speaking out there so that it will instill fear in the ordinary Ghanaians. We all are going through the hard times. The police, the military, all the security agencies, including the Kayayes on the streets. Until when are we going to remain silent? Our silence is what is making what these people do to us. And when I say these people, I mean the politicians in office. The time has come for Ghanaians to rise up. The time has come for every single citizen. It doesn't matter the political party you are affiliated to. The NDC will come to power. And if we don't start reasoning, we are going to see this. Today, Kayaya people are on the streets. Today, people are on the street agitating. This has happened in the times of the NDC. This has happened in the times of the MPP. Until when are Ghanaians going to rise up and realize that this is a game they are playing to make sure they put us in the corner where we deserve to be? Are we comfortable being where we and resist any oppressor's rule? That our national anthem said that
All right, so that's a very, very vociferous individual who is a part of the Arise Ghana team demonstrating. Kromu Ayeshe, indeed. He says he's one of the guys who was arrested. Yes. When he was talking, I was like, no wonder you were arrested.
So vociferous. Right, we're still bringing you up to speed on events happening on the ground. And our man on the ground is Henry Kwesi Badu, who has been following the demonstration since yesterday. They have some demands they want to present to the presidency. The police told them that they cannot be allowed to take some routes, but they say that they'll defy and still take those routes. We are seeing if they can actually present their petition to the Jubilee House today because they are massing up at places. And what is striking today is that a lot of policemen are on the ground. You can actually see that.
So there's some analysis that went into yesterday's demonstration as compared to today's own. So if you watched how they had organized the front of the march, so you see that they are in line, they have held their hands, and they're walking slowly, step after step. So there is some more organized movement as compared to what happened yesterday. So Kwesi Pratt was doing the analysis today. He said yesterday it looked as though that there wasn't a unified front.
Right.
It was coming from
mean that they were not really prepared yesterday.
They were prepared, but the escalation, you couldn't blame it so much on the police, you couldn't blame it on the people. The police was ready, but it didn't come with a strategy. Right. Neither did the demonstrators also, came with a strategy or some properly seeming or looking unified fronts where they could fight a common cause. So breakouts were happening from different angles. Right. People who were burning tires were on their own. Those who were pelting stones were on their own. Those who were clashing with the police were on their own. Right. It was just all over the place.
It's actually good to see today that
it looks more organized.
Yes, orderliness.
Everybody
Everybody has
orderly.
advised themselves.
Right.
The civilians have advised themselves. The police have also advised themselves. Everybody is going about their normal duties. That is how demonstrations are supposed to be.
No, not necessarily. So you see, sometimes people think that demonstrations are supposed to be peaceful. But
are they not?
No. Demonstrations are supposed to demonstrate that I am angry at something. So without maybe causing havoc or chaos or destroying state property, I can demonstrate and show something to you that I am angry.
Right.
So what is it that I'm doing to
Show
the
anger.
demonstration? So somewhere in the was it in the UK? Recently, there were some demonstrations where the demonstrators put, glue in their palms. And they stuck themselves on the street. And they are stuck on the street.
That's to the extreme.
Exactly, and no car can pass. And the cars were stuck. I wish I could get that video for the producer to show for us. You can't pass. So police goes in, they try to rip their hands off. If you force and rip it off, you injure them, and so they'll have splits in their palms.
Right.
And if it's ripped off peacefully, and you don't get injured, before you know, they apply again, they stick to the ground, and they're telling you, we're not moving until this and that is done. Do you get? So there are different approaches people use without
Okay.
destroying state property, but I can do anything just to show
But
you.
you
That's
know-
why somebody can say, I'm going on a hunger strike.
Right.
It's demonstrating.
But
You're
Annie,
protesting against
sometimes
something.
when they go to that extreme, it breeds anger amongst them. And a crowd like that, people agitated. It's good to be drumming your concerns to the people you're demonstrating to. But sometimes if it's not a bit controlled, it gets out of hand, and the law enforcers, which this place is the police, have no option than to apply force like what we saw yesterday, which can result in
but you
people
see,
getting
leaders should-
wounded.
I think we have a good feed from Henry.
Right.
We can go back to him and then we'll come back to this.
The police have allowed us to use the main street that we decide to use. I'm very, very excited.
We've been told that there's been a reduction of fuel by 7%. Are you not excited about that?
No, we are not excited about the 7% because we say we have a neighboring country, Togo. They are selling theirs for 31 Ghana cedis. Nigeria is selling for 20 Ghana cedis. Cote d'Ivoire is 41 Ghana cedis. When you reduce by 61 by 7%, you still remain in the 60. We are still selling it for 60. We want a reduction like 31 cedis or 41 Ghana cedis in prices so that we know that we have seen a significant reduction. But that percentage is not what we want.
Okay. Sure, thank you very much. David Abuado, I have another demonstrator with me here. What's your name?
Pascal, Setofia, the National PRO for Okada Riders Association.
Okay. There's been a reduction in fuel. Are you not happy about that?
It's not enough. As I'm walking right now, the fuel is sold at, the petrol is sold at a cost of 10 cedis, 99 pesos. Would have a great difference to that of Togo. Togo, our neighbor country, the fuel is sold at a cost of 6 cedis, which we are struggling with. We are also so excited that Ghanaians come out in their numbers to show that not only the Okada riders or the drivers are going through this problem at the moment. So for that matter, we are saying that has no difference. Even the change has no difference.
Okay, so thank you very much. So this is what is happening now. We are going to use the overhead at the Akwache interchange. That is where we've been directed by the police to use. So we'll use that and get down and move or head towards the Ridge roundabout. That is what is happening here now as I speak to you. The two of the fix, the Arise Ghana demonstration is live and it's on Metro TV. We are bringing you all the sights and scenes here live. Okay, so I have with me Rezo. Rezo, we are live on Metro TV. I consider you are dancing. Why?
Yeah, because I'm dancing to the song, and the song is saying all that I want to say for us.
What is in the song that is saying all you want to say?
You can't you know. I don't know na say, we do our free. Na say we mako dia, ohunu mbeso nsuo. Say Ghana for I will mako, and I ohunu mu so nsuo. It na but about time. say you better say you better na you say Akufo-Addo na da ne ntro na wadi akire no and I must say o man no atete apansam no it says obi amfa no adwene the youth of Ghana must arise and save their country.
Okay, thank you very much. Where are we heading to now? I've been told, are we going to finance ministry before you go to parliament?
According to the route, we are supposed to go to Ministry of Finance before we go to Parliament. So that is what we are doing.
Okay, but I've been told that you are ending at 5 p.m. Yourself told me that. Are we able to do that? Looking at the time, it's past 2.
Our people will think about it. We will check. If we have to forget about ministries, we will just go straight to Parliament so that we don't go beyond. And at 5 o'clock, it's not banned by any rule. It is us who decided we close by 5 o'clock. So even if it goes up to 6 o'clock, we are okay.
Are you sure we are not going to witness what happened yesterday if you decide to go past 5 p.m.?
5 p.m. is our time. But if by the fault of North hours, we are not be able to get to our destination by 5 o'clock, at least 5:30, 6 o'clock, we will make sure that we will not stay before nightfall. We will close.
Have you had any discussions with the police? Because yesterday...
Police are here, they are aware.
Yes.
Once they are here and we are working with them, if we haven't gotten to our destination, they are aware. When we get to our destination, we will close.
All right, sure. Thank you very much. That is another lead member of the protesters in the person of Rezoma. He's the president of Gamro. And we are on the Akweje interchange. That is where we are now. Let me speak to this gentleman shortly. He was saying that things have gone up. Boss, but overall, then if you know.
I'm the ghetto minister. The woman in there. Ghana, you didn't have a bunch of intumento. Akufo-Addo, what the Ghana money there. I see that. You were BBA. What's that? See, what to me top part? Part I am as I will use. Since I got a mess, I want to me top part. Part in Pony Boy then. Akufo-Addo, what the Ghana man. Muso part. Now, one year, what to want. What is that? What to me top? No. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. So let's move on. Let's move on.
will not be in Japan. We will not allow Sudan and
So I just saw Sadie in the shot.
Right.
I thought she was one of the demonstrators.
Oh, no, she's
a reporter.
A reporter
Hey.
here at the Metro TV News.
Okay. Anyway, we wish them the best, and we hope that they are getting some food and water to drink in time. You know, we're talking about, demonstration. Demonstration requires you to go beyond the talk. When you have to demonstrate, that, listen, I'm talking to you, you don't understand. I need to demonstrate for you to get the picture clearly. And in this case, in this context, the demonstration is a show of anger, is a show of dissatisfaction, clearly of the economic challenges. So how are you going to do it? Not to say that the police cannot control or not put it or contain the excesses. They should And they should, because if you don't, that can escalate into something else because people are angry and they're trying to express their anger. In which form are they expressing their anger? Are they going around breaking down street lights? Are they going around cracking people's windscreens? In Ghana, fortunately, we don't have that. People just know how to walk straight and wear red bands and red attire and go for 2 days and say, we just want you to see that this is how angry we are.
Right.
Elsewhere, you won't get it that way. To the extent that, and anger comes in stages. It can get to a point where, as peaceful as Ghanaians are, we talk about today, tomorrow can erupt into something else.
Right.
They can decide, I don't want to say things, graphic things on TV because I'm on TV, but there are some things when angry citizens decide to do, they will just break the whole system down.
Right.
And that is maybe what we would call uprising. It just becomes, so we've referred to the uprising where this young guy just lit himself ablaze because he was angry because he didn't have a job to do.
Oh, yeah.
And was demonstrating for that. And
North Africa.
North Africa, and it will erupt into something else. So people have different ways of demonstrating. It gets to a point you cannot control it because the anger is up to here, and they cannot wait until maybe their head is drowned in the whole situation. So allow when they want to show the anger, except for the fact that you can control it when it gets to a point you now want to destroy state properties. That is when you now come into control. But now the debate on this current demonstration is the where to use and the where to
Not use.
not use,
Exactly.
you know? So
Is that not a good thing that, as a law-abiding country, we tell you that use this route, don't use that route, or use that route, don't use that route?
as far as I'm concerned, there's no route in Ghana
That is not usable.
that is not usable as far as demonstration is concerned, as far as I am concerned.
Right.
Because this, and in fact, this is a national situation, okay? We are in a national crisis. There's a group of people trying to represent the group of people who are upset. So it cuts across from north to south, east and west. Do you understand?
Because when Henry spoke to some of the demonstrators, they've come from far and near, some
Yes.
from the Ashanti region,
Exactly.
some from other parts of
What
the
if these
country.
people who were coming from Ashanti region decided that when you're going by vehicle, sometimes it takes you about 4 hours to get to Kumasi? What if they decided that they were going to walk?
Right.
If we had about 100 people coming from Kumasi to join in Accra, they would decide to walk from Kumasi to Accra. Will you stop them? They will tell you that's a form of demonstration.
Right.
You can't stop them. There's nowhere that the Constitution has defined as demonstration routes. But the police sometimes decides to, carve that route for you because they give different reasons.
Exactly.
But the reasons they gave currently, in fact, I as a journalist, I still didn't understand. I didn't make meaning that because of terrorist attacks over demonstration.
And so for us, once they aren't doing that, I think that we need to be able to send the right signals to them.
Baba, the government sometimes asks for ideas from experienced persons like yourself. They ask for ideas from experienced persons like yourself in the sector. What do you think that the tourism ministry, the art and culture ministry could do to help your industry? Obviously, you've said that they've promised to do over 21 things and they've not done not a single one of them. Going forward, what do you think? They have about 2 years left. What do you think they can do?
For me, I think that let's start from their manifesto. Some of the promises they made, honestly, you would say are brilliant promises. Let's start from that. Obviously, these are things that we all agree that are needed for industry. What did they promise? They said they were going to construct large seating theaters in the other regions of the country. This hasn't happened. When this happens, do you know what it does? It enables our local talents to be able to raise capital for their own activities in these regions to enable them expand. And one of the things you should understand is that for any creative, once you are able to raise the necessary capital from the market, obviously with that capital from their own activities in these theaters in all these regions, it enables them to expand. By expanding, it enables them to create a lot more employment in the industry. These are but some of the things that we're speaking about. Again, from the industry, there are a lot of issues regarding royalties, for instance. Again, when you look at the Ghana Hotels Association, one of the things they've made strongly to this particular government is the need for them to have a one-time premium tax. Because when you look at it currently, they have more than 21 taxes that's on them, which obviously is making the cost of the operations high, which they are passing on to the people. You know, and this is a country that we're looking to attract a lot more people. In December alone, 300,000 is the people expected into the country. And so when the country is unbearable, definitely that would be obviously for any tourist, if they are trying to weigh the experience, when she learns his experience in Dubai to here and realizes that he will pay far less in Dubai than in the country, he will go to Dubai. And so for us to continue to attract the much needed expected numbers we need in the country, that will continue to unlock value in the country. These are about some of the things that we talk about. But like I said, let's start with the manifesto. Where is the studio? Where is the last sitting theaters? Where are the strengthening of the laws? Where's the creative arts courts? Copyright and intellectual property issues are still a major part of the issues. We don't have any special court that's going to be able to...
You've spoken about December, beyond the return, that over 300,000 people are expected to troop into the country. From now to December, in a short term, what do you think this government could do to help make the beyond the return this year a successful one for some people like yourself who are organizers?
One of the things that the organizers or the private sector have been doing successfully is that every year for the past few years, we spend in our budget, there's a cost line item that's dedicated to international publicity. More than $100,000 from events goes into international publicity. You understand? So the cost of events obviously is expensive now currently, also because the cost of productions in this particular country has become very expensive. One of the things they can do is rather than pour that money into the needless cathedral, you need to avail and ensure that the Creative Arts Fund is available and working so that people working and creating experiences in December that are set or becomes the content or provide the content for the holiday makers that come in, will be able to apply to it, access some of the funds to create the experience that contribute to drive the numbers that come into the country, which in turn unlocks value for the country. You can understand. So obviously for these 300,000 people that are expected in the country, the government is expecting to make nearly $2 billion. And this is direct money poured into your market. And for that, you do not spend a single fund on any of the experiences and activities which is driven by the private sector. Meanwhile, you find money and put it into the National Cathedral. In fact, you can't talk about the tourism industry without the strength of the creative economy. We are here in this country when more than $300 million was willed to just a single individual who's associated to the presidency and his friends, all in mysterious all in very mysterious procurement processes that we've seen. So obviously we are saying to them that if you can wheel off $300 million to a single individual, right, and deny the creative economy, because design and architecture is part of the creative economy, deny the creative economy the opportunity to be able to access these funds through government or state procurement, which they will turn point to the creative economy. We need to be able to send a strong message that we cannot sit down for the creative economy to be made poorer by such actions.
Okay. You obviously brilliant ideas. Have you in any way tried proposing these ideas to the ministry that is in charge of art and culture in the country? Have you done that? I'm sure there are meetings that you attend.
Listen, we spent time for the past 5.5 years continually reminding them of the promises they've made in their manifesto. This is their own promises. How much more ours? That's why for some of us, we've resorted to doing and creating value even in our own private capacity. We will continue to create this value, but we will also not stop at continually reminding them on the promises they made to the sector. What we are saying is that even if they will not respect some of the ideas and suggestions we made to us, let them start with the promises they've made in their manifesto. Start from there. It's been nearly 6 years, 20 different promises. Come on, start from there. Let's see you delivering it bit by bit. At least these are things that we agree will help to power the industry. Let's start from there.
All right. Any final words before we let you go?
Well, like I said, I think that the second day, we've managed to send a strong signal that we are not cowed by the state-sponsored police brutalities that we experienced yesterday. We will not be cowed by any act of intimidation, and we will continue to press on and send the right signal and the message to the government regarding the untold hardship, regarding the corruption, regarding their deliberate disregard for a lot of the industries that continue to provide value for the states.
All right. Thank you very much. That was Baba Sadiq I just spoke to. He is an experienced person in the art and culture industry. I have another gentleman with me here. I would want to speak to. Boss, what's your name and where are you coming from?
I'm Tete Philip from La Radekotopon, known as WO Tete, known as WO.
All right, let's hear it.
And I want to tell Nanado that in La Radekotopon, our general hospital, he came and demolished the hospital and then our mortuary. La Kaulomo sent a message to me to tell Nanado that he should make sure he promised La Radekotopon that by 1 year time he's going to build the La General Hospital. As of now we speak, there's nothing going on over there.
All right, so you are concerned about your hospital?
Yes, and then La Trade Fair. As of now, so La Kaulomo sent me a message to give to Nanado Dankwa and then Baumia that La General Hospital and then our mortuary and then La Trade Fair is the one who pour libation before they come and demolish the place. So it should make sure that it should come and build the La General Hospital for Lame.
Thank you very much. That's another gentleman we spoke to. He says that his major concern is that the La General Hospital has been demolished. Boss, what's your name and where did you come from?
My name is Rashid. I'm coming from Abeka Okankwe Central to be precise.
Okay. Why did you join this demonstration?
Thank you very much. I joined this very demonstration for the president to know that we need to arise Ghana because Ghana is at the end of collapsing.
Ghana is collapsing?
Very, very collapsing.
Why do you say so?
Thank you very much. Just compare our petrol prices to the other neighboring countries. That will even tell you that Ghana is truly collapsing. And look at the corruption issues too. Look at this thing, Achimota Forest. A person that once told us that he is coming to protect the public purse. He's rather sharing the public purse to himself.
All right. So you don't trust that they can protect the public purse, right?
I'm telling you, my brother, the word trust can never be in me to trust this very president. Because this same person was once begging for money to use it for his campaign. Even went to the extent by taking Calipo, contributing 1 city from the ordinary Ghanaians. But today, the same president is telling us that traveling to other countries, he cannot use our private jet that is there unless he use the luxurious private jet.
Thank you very much. But Annie and Ken, I'll take you to the other section of the road where traffic has been allowed. People have been allowed to use the road. So this is what is happening here. You could see heavy vehicular traffic here, bumper-to-bumper traffic here, just because of what is happening on the other section of the road. That is what is happening here. So you could see that. We've been joined here by another gentleman. He is part of this demonstration. Boss, let's speak to you. What's your name?
My name is Jifa Gunu.
Wow. I guess right. Jifa Gunu?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. So I think you're a known member of the NDC, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay. But why have you joined this demonstration in the first place?
I joined this demonstration because I believed in the reasons for the demonstration. I believe that there's too much hardship. High rise of fuel prices, food prices going up, and then the insensitivity of our government. Very, very bad. With all this hardship, the government careless. Our president is still flying in luxurious jets, very expensive. When we did a calculation recently, within 1 year, he's flying private jets. Couldn't you have converted the money into something else? That is what we are talking about. I mean, the suffering masses need to be rescued. We need to send a clear message to the government that, look, people are suffering. Even their members are suffering. Look at e-levy, for instance. When they brought this, we told them that, look, this is bad. Don't do it. They said, no, it's the game changer. It's a master stroke to revenue mobilization. What are we hearing? Instead of 600 million, they are getting 54 million. So I'm part of this. I believed in this demonstration, the reasons for it.
Okay. Were you at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle yesterday?
Yes, I was there.
You saw everything that happened?
I was in the midst of it. I saw the activities. I was caught in the middle of the tear gas, the stone throwing. I was caught in the middle. Yes, I was there.
Some people have said that we should all come together and condemn what the protesters did. What do you have to say to that?
What did the protesters do?
Pelting stones at the police officers? Trying to break through the human barricade?
The protesters didn't get up and started stoning the police officers. You understand? They just didn't get up and started stoning the protesters.
Okay.
They were provoked. The police officers started firing the tear gas. I was there. If you go to my Facebook wall, you see I was streaming first. I was streaming live. Then they fired the tear gas. I was there. We were unprovoked. We were unarmed. We didn't go to a demonstration with stones.
The clash came before the
what clash? We wanted to use the route agreed upon. All of a sudden, one of them told us that others from above says that they should not allow us to pass there. Others from who? Above. Who is above? Is it God? Does our police officers speak to God now? Do they speak to God now? Who is from the above that they are talking about?
But are you surprised that yesterday your team, protesters, were prevented from using the same stretch that we used when, you know, the Elwak place, we used the Jubilee House. They were very concerned that they were not going to allow you to use the same stretch. And today we got there and there was no chaos.
You see,
what do you have to say?
The gentleman who brought a petition to President Mahama in July 2015 is not a president. Today, he doesn't want us to bring him petition there. In 2015, he brought a petition to President Mahama on Independence Day, Republic Day. And President Mahama gracefully accepted it. Today, he doesn't want us to bring a petition to him. What is the difference? What is wrong with us bringing you a petition after we elected you?
The police says they picked up some intel due to the terror attacks that has been happening in neighboring Benin, Burkina Faso, Togo, even in Nigeria. The reason why they didn't want you guys, your team, to come.
No, have we been attacked by terrorists even at our borders? Have terrorists attacked our people at our borders? Have they?
You mean the border community?
Yes, have they attacked them? What intel do they pick? Today's demonstration demonstrated that their intel was bogus, if there was any at all. Whatever intel they had was bogus, if it was. There was no intel. They were just being manipulated by the officers at the Flagstaff House there. And it's embarrassing that our police officers will reduce themselves they'll reduce themselves to master puppets of the government. Today, we have demonstrated from Elwak, a military zone, right in front of the Flagstaff House here. Have you noticed anything? This is rotten eggs in the faces of the government.
Okay. Let me move on. Let me move on to this young, beautiful woman here. What's your name?
My name is Francisca Ejay.
Okay. You said you saw someone in the crowd
who looks like a police officer. He's in mufti. He's in blue shirt. I asked him that what happened. Why did what happened yesterday happen? Because if you are looking at what is happening today, what happened yesterday could have been prevented. So why didn't they allow us just go through it and do it and finish like how we are doing today? He said it is because we are... Why? Is that the reason? He said yes. And I asked him, the road is a public road. He said, oh, he's still Akufo.
we're going to use the Nima stretch of the road?
When I see him today, I will show you right now. When I see him in the crowd, I will point him to you. That's what he told me.
You think it's not part of you?
I know that man is not part of us.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
man is not part of us.
You see, for me, I saw someone in the black like me with a red armband. I saw the sidearm. I alerted our security. We confronted him and he said he's an officer.
Was he the one who was picked up?
No. After the one who was picked up. You see, so yesterday what happened? We were asking my colleagues. Now, yesterday, if you realize, all the police vehicles were facing the Ringway Road. It means that there's an agreement that we'll use that road. Now, before we started the demonstration, before you realize, they were firing tear gas at us. If you are telling us we're going to go...
Was that what happened? I was there myself yesterday. I was where the tear gas was fired.
I'm happy you were there. Yeah. If we have to go this way, I get there and you are telling me not to move again. What do you want me to do? The demonstration is not supposed to be a cycle. Facing forward. Good. You have lined up to take us through that route. So why the sudden aggression that we shouldn't go? The demonstration is supposed to be a cycle. So why are you limiting us to be at where we are supposed to stand? Now today, the reason why you fought us Saturday and misbehaved, today we are going to the Flagstaff House peacefully. You are talking about terrorist threats. The threat you are talking about, your action yesterday could have escalated if indeed you were terrorists amongst us.
But today, they were also worried about the fact that you were going to demonstrate through the night and close around 8 p.m.
That agreement, at the point we went at 8 p.m., the court says we should go somewhere. That's what they claim. Fine, no problem. But from the Independence Square, how do we go there? We are going to the same route they have lined up to what? Welcome us and assist us to go through. So why they attack? In any case, we've been there since 9 a.m. till the time of our moving. We never threw stones at them. We are not, for Christ's sake, indisciplined people where we will just see them and start throwing stones. In every action, there's a reaction. And so because they started tear gas and the water cannons, the hot water, the protesters also got angry and started throwing stones. So the argument is there, here, nor there. Today we are here. What has happened? Nothing has happened. So obviously, what happened yesterday could have been prevented. But because those police officers who were brought, I don't know the preparation they gave them, the cycle they gave them. They came in a manner that would make the whole program mad. But today we are happy having a successful program.
Okay, thank you very much. So I've spoken to some persons on the other side of the road that is open to open for vehicular movement. But you can see we are very close to the that is the Ridge roundabout, and we will be turning left, or we will be going straight through the finance ministry. But as Resoma said, we are quite unclear on whether or not we'll be going to the finance ministry before we head to that is Ring Road. Let's listen to Sami Demfi. Sami Demfi is speaking to a section of the media. Let's listen to it.
We can't buy rice. We can't buy wache. It is too much. The hardship is way different.
With regards to E-levy, the conversation has come up. We heard recently.
So that's Sami Demfi. Sami Demfi is addressing a section of the media. Yes. So we would also try to pick his thoughts on what he's saying. Let's listen to him.
Elections will be in 2024. We cannot continue to pay e-levy until 2024. Politics can wait. Partisanship can wait. The 2024 campaign is not yet due. But for now, we are dying. And we can't wait till 2024. The e-levy must be scrapped, and it must be scrapped now. It is collapsing the Momo industry. Yet it is not yielding the intended dividends. Out of a projected 600 million, they've only had access to a paltry 54 million. Ghanaians have defied them. The people are speaking. They are tired. They are dying. We are suffering too much. They should do something about it now. That's the
Controversial electronic transaction levy should be scrapped now. He believes that they cannot wait until 2024 before it is scrapped, because you know that the NDC has served notice that immediately they win the election, they would scrap the e-levy, the tax they have described as what they call in local parlance as tutubotum. They think that that is thievery. Let's see. I don't know if they picked intel that they will be winning the 2024 elections, or they've seen in a crystal bottle or bulb that they will win the 2024 election. I have another young man with me here. He has also joined the demonstration. What's your name, sir?
Please, I'm Isaac Ndaka. I'm from Ashalbuchu School Junction. The reason why I'm supporting the demonstration is from Ashalbuchu School Junction, the road is very nice. But from there to gate to Santor, that road is my problem. This is the reason why I'm here. That road,
you don't mind the economic hardship that is.
Hardship is there, but I don't mind because it's also among. Because I always use the road. If I used to sell. Do you understand? So if rain fall, I can't sell. That's the reason why. And then the road had to be fixed. Because the road was given by a contractor. Up to date. If you even go there today, you see what is going on there. It's very, very bad. So I wish the government would do something about it. The government should do something about it. I'm very, very, it's very, very serious.
Sure. Thank you very much. This gentleman I spoke to says that he is not worried about, he's worried, but not that worried about the economic hardship we find ourselves in. His only problem is that one of the roads in his constituency is not fixed, and that is giving him a lot of sleepless nights. Sir, you all come to Metro TV. What's your name?
I'm Ishmael from Akroso.
From where?
Akroso.
Oh, okay. Let's hear you. So you moved all the way from Akroso to join this demonstration?
Exactly.
Were you here yesterday?
Yes, I was here yesterday.
Oh, okay. Do you have relatives here?
Yeah, I live here. I live at Spintex.
Oh, okay, sure. So why have you joined this demonstration?
I'm joining the demonstration because of our lands. I'm talking about Achimota Forest, selling of Achimota Forest to the party folks. It will not help the country. That's why I'm here, to demonstrate against it.
Okay. Thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is what is happening. We are very close to former President Rawlings's that is house, the frontage of his house. But we'll be moving to the race roundabout very soon, and we'll find out whether or not we'll go to the finance ministry before we head to Parliament House. As I speak to you now, it is 49 minutes past 2 p.m. And if we would have to go to the finance ministry before we move to Parliament House, it may be that the 5 p.m. timeline that was given by the police would be breached. But obviously, organizers of the demonstration have said that it doesn't matter because they are with the police all the way, and they are not sure that what happened yesterday is going to repeat itself. Boss, you all come to Metro TV.
Thank you very much. My name is G.H. Malema.
From where?
From the Upper West region.
So you came all the way from the Upper West region to join this demonstration?
Of course, I have been in
what part of the Upper West region?
Precisely, Wa Township.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you came all the way from Wa to join this demonstration?
Yes, I came all the way from Wa, precisely Wa Township.
Okay. Why did you join?
I joined because the hardship in Ghana is too unbearable, and we cannot take it anymore. Me, for instance, I take care of, I take care of about 4 or 5 people in my family. And so I cannot afford every daily 3 square meal a day. So I had to come and join so that Nanado will reduce the fuel price in this country. Nanado would make sure he gets jobs for the youth in the country. Hence the reason why you see G.H. Malema in Accra for the demonstration.
Okay. We've been told by, I know that Wa is mainly a farming community. We've been told by the Minister of Agri that there is food in some of these areas. The only reason why we are buying food at high prices is because of transport fares. Is there a lot of food in Wa?
Oh, no, that's absolutely a lie, complete lie. the minister has just lied totally. If you go to Wa, before you get food, the food has to come from all the way from the Sisala West, Sisala East, or precisely Burkina Faso. Most of the food that we get here are not produced in Wa. Because why? The Wala people, the Wala community itself is not a farming community. We get our food from the villages. And these villages have not been able to afford the fertilizer this year. So hence from that, they were not able to farm. And so if he's saying there's a lot of food in the Upper West region, it's a palpable lie.
Not the Upper West. He says that there is food from farming communities.
Right, so we'll come back. That was a bit of some stretch with Henry and the people of Arise Ghana. Ken is standing by with some, social media posts and comments. Ken,
Exactly.
take us through what's going on.
Right, let's see what people are also saying on social media concerning the demonstration. Let's start from Twitter, where this one is from Kojo Dynamic. He says, the Kunti Unity Hall in Sami Jemfi arrived. It's just this Jama song, no seriousness. And this one from Baba Sadiq. And he says, Dampare for come see how boys take numbers. Hey, where can happiness be this? Lawyer Barbara Asamoah, that's the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, is also present. That is according to Kojo Dynamic. So these are some comments from Twitter, and I've read a few of them. Let's see.
Which one are you seeing? A picture with a, what is that?
This one?
Yes. What's that, the gentleman trying to
It
do?
looks like he has climbed a pole, looking like he's trying to install something. I don't know what it is in
What was the
particular.
caption given? The person just, what did the person write?
The caption says, Adwinfinti, the NDC demonstrators even disconnected the CCTV cameras. Onyame Ehumo. That is from Nana Kwame Godfred, who is claiming that they disconnected the CCTV cameras. We cannot authenticate that. Yes. And this one also says, I didn't expect to see this huge number due to what happened yesterday, but you have shown you are suffering from this excruciating hardship. Sami Jemfi is attributed for that post. Let's go to Facebook and see what they are saying on Facebook as well. Right, and this one is from Musa Ibrahim, and it says, time will tell. I can't add what he said to that. This is from Yao Tego, and it says, God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. This is from Tommy Thompson, and he says, how does it feel if you're in government and people are out there doing demonstration? Too much dissatisfaction in the country. So those are some of the comments that are trickling in on social media, from Twitter to Facebook and all that. People who were not able to be on the event grounds are sharing their thoughts on social media. And this is from Prosper. And he says, when NDC is in power, the headlines will be police attack innocent civilians. When MPP is in power, it's either demonstrators clash with police or attack police. We have very corrupt media established in this country. That is according to him. And this one is from Emmanuel Boadu, and he says, the guy the Ghana police arrested with a pistol is the minority leader Haruna Idrisu's bodyguard. We cannot authenticate that as well. He is claiming that. Emmanuel Boadu is claiming that. So Metro TV distances itself from that comment made by him. This one also says, another scandal being cooked by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Unbelievable. Hashtag Arise Ghana. Now this one says, what are they afraid of? Soldiers lined up in front of Jubilee House, some stationed at Junction and others inside the Jubilee House. That's what they're saying there. So you can also be tweeting at the hashtag on social media, Arise Ghana demonstration.
One thing that's significant and worth mentioning is the fact there's a presence of the military today.
Right.
Even though it's rather more peaceful, That picture is interesting.
So what is this one? It says a pictorial representation of Dr. Bawumia as MPP's economics guru. That's interesting, as you said. Go ahead, you're making a point.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's interesting how you see the military presence today.
Right.
But we didn't cite, I don't know if there was some and we didn't, but we didn't cite some yesterday.
Right.
But today we see the military on the ground.
Maybe they're just
Why
being
is it
extra
so?
cautious. No, although we've been told that the primary security within the country is the police service, but we've seen in some cases where the military have been called in. But as you've mentioned, we have so far seen the protest being peaceful, but we do not know why the military is present there at the moment. And this is an interesting picture, which has two people seated there looking very worried, and they say the system is too hot.
The good expression of the system indeed is too hot. I mean, consider the facial expression and the mood in
Right.
which they're in. Yeah.
This one says the police themselves are in support of the demo. Even the heads of all the commands in the army are in support of it. This one says anytime there is a clash between the police and demonstrators, none of the demonstrating leaders get hurt. Why?
Worth considering.
Right. Maybe they do not go into the no entry security zones, maybe. This one says, in Ghana, everything is being induced into politics. The leadership of this Arise Ghana demo are NDC, and
Right.
now I've seen NDC Nation Records are also emanating, definitely being propounded by MPP. May
Right.
the best party with the best PR win. Interesting submissions from
Yeah.
social
Well,
media.
So we're pressed with time. We cannot capture almost
Exactly.
all the social media comments, but definitely, if you go on social media, it's awash with Arise Ghana hashtag Kromayeshi demonstration, which is currently ongoing, and today is the second day. Ken, I think we'll pull the brakes here,
Right.
allow for the
Entertainment review
team to take over as they bring us some, spice it up for us a little, because indeed Kromayeshi. So we need to
Right, and be reminded that even though they are coming on right now, if there's any breaking news concerning the demonstration, they will break in and bring you up to speed on what is happening on the ground. So
Right.
stay tuned to Metro TV because our continuous coverage of the Arise Ghana demonstration continues even into entertainment review. This has been an extended version of Good Afternoon Ghana. You usually see Annie Efua Ampofo, but today I was also here to join her,
Pitch
bring
come.
you, bring you
Anyway.
up to speed of what's happening on the ground. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. See you next time.
Right, so we'll bring you some more updates. Stick with entertainment with you.